What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an amazingly wonderful day. I absolutely am. It is gorgeous outside right now. I could not keep myself in the house for this video, so I am under a little umbrella. I have a nice comfy chair. I have a Diet Pepsi in my favorite glass. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Marie. I am so glad to have you. If you are returning, I'm so happy that you're back. So for today's video, just like the title suggests, we're going to be discussing my travel journal tragedy. Was it truly a tragedy? Some could say no. I think it was an absolute disaster. I'm going to tell you why I think it was a disaster. But first, let's discuss what exactly a travel journal is, or what it's supposed to be. So according to Microsoft.com, basically a travel journal is a space for you to reflect all of your adventures and travel that you go on. Any kind of sights you see, any food that you try, just so you have somewhere to reflect on everything that you've done, tried, and seen, and it captures these memories in real time alongside the feelings you had. So while you are experiencing all of this stuff, you're also tracking it in your travel journal. Prior to my trip, I actually made a list of everything that travel journals are good for and what you should include in them. I actually had like 2 pages of this. I even had a couple prompts for when you go on a trip. So some of the prompts that I included is to discuss the planning. That's like the first thing. So tell me about the planning. When did it start? Were there other options of where to go? Another thing before you go, what did you think that it was going to be like? And what activities did you want to try and see? Not try and see, but did you want to try and did you want to see? Not attempt to see. You get my point. Another prompt would be, what are you most looking forward to? So these were lists of everything that you can add to your travel journal, along with what to include. So like itineraries, brochures, ticket stubs, packing lists, plane, bus, train tickets, kind of whatever, any maps, any drawings or paintings that you wanted to include, any pressed leaves or flowers that you might have picked up. That's the goal of a travel journal. Now let's get into what I actually saw and what I did. So recently, for the first time in my life, I actually went to California. Was it for a vacation? Not necessarily. So I actually went to Anaheim, California with my husband, Nate, who goes by RealBreakingNate. He is, in my opinion, a world famous Pokemon YouTuber. So I was brought out as a special guest with him to an event in Anaheim called Card Party. It was hosted by our good friend Pat Flynn, who goes by DeepPocketMonster, and his amazing crew. They put on this 3-day event for everybody, and guys, it was top notch. If you were lucky enough to go to Card Party, you know what I mean when I say that it was spectacular. So not only was I there for Card Party, we actually got there a day early so I could see a little bit more of California since it was my first time. So we got into Los Angeles on Thursday and actually had a chance to go with our friend Danny, who goes by SuperDuperDani, another fantastic Pokemon content creator. But Danny is from California and was nice enough to take us around to Little Tokyo, which was absolutely amazing. I had an absolute blast. It was such a cute little town. Like, I know it was very small, but it was very cute. I liked going to all the different little shops and seeing all of the trinkets that they had. And you know me, I could not help myself but look at all of the journaling supplies while I was there. Was it absolutely adorable? Yes. Yes, it was. Did I want to purchase everything? Yes, I did. Did I? No, because there would have been no place in my suitcase. After Card Party, we also went to an amazing sushi restaurant that was on top of a hill in, I believe it was in Hollywood or West Hollywood. Either way, the site was absolutely gorgeous. The company was spectacular. And let's not forget that the sushi was possibly the best I've ever had. So as amazing as the trip was, let's really get into the tragedy of my travel journal. So the first thing that went wrong with the travel journal was that there was no beginning plan. Yes, I had high expectations for how this was going to go. If you watched the initial video, you probably saw me referencing this journal, saying that this was going to be my travel journal, and then I ended up packing this one. Like with many journals, you can change your mind multiple times. But the problem was I took a blank journal, had absolutely nothing written in it, put it into my fabulous Flareon bag. This I do not regret at all. and expected that I was going to be able to control everything. But not only did I have the travel journal, I also had my regular journal, this one, and my bullet journal, which is now in another room, and I do not feel like going to get it. So what I did was I gave myself too many things to be in charge of, and again, had no plan. I had nothing written out. I had no idea what I expected from this. Like, I could picture it in my head. You know, I'm gonna get all these pictures, I'm gonna have all of these fabulous sayings, I'm gonna have all these brochures, all these maps, blah, blah, blah. There was literally no time for any of that while I was in California. I was moving and moving and moving. I did not touch my journals until the third day there. And so when I went to fill out my bullet journal and my gratitude journal, I didn't know what to put into the travel journal because there was no preparation for it. I got way too ahead of myself thinking that, oh, I'm smart enough to have this all figured out. It's not going to be very hard. It was actually really hard. So the problem was I went with a blank journal. I came home with a blank journal. Is it embarrassing? Not really. What it is it's realistic. When you go to another state, another country, wherever you're going, and you want to do a travel journal, make sure you're prepared for it. I absolutely was not. And that's on me. I feel like with many things in journaling, I am getting far too ahead of myself, and I need to kind of tone myself down a little bit. I don't understand bullet journaling very well. This is actually still a process. I'm still trying to figure out the purpose of it, as many people I'm sure are. So I'm gonna kind of tone back on that and stick with what I do know, which are the prompts, which I love. I love answering the prompts daily, but I wanna show you, I have all of June in here, but especially during the time of my trip, how many blank spaces I have because I didn't have time for this. I don't want this to become a chore for me. I want this to stay as enjoyable as it has been. So for July, I'm gonna be doing things a little bit differently. I've already started. This is exciting. I'm including stickers. I'm gonna see if I can figure a fun way to include things. I have not figured out what my prompts are gonna be yet, but we're gonna figure that out next week. And the same with the travel journals. So where do we go from here? I think this is a perfect time to take a step back, start from the basics. And if I do want to do the travel journals, which I do, maybe let's take a different approach. Maybe what's gonna be easier for me, rather than dragging around a journal, maybe just do like a video journal. I do have a trip coming up and I'm very excited. I'm actually going to NAIC, which is a Pokemon tournament. It is the international tournament right before Worlds, which is extremely exciting. It's actually not gonna be far away from where I live, so that is a nice hop, skip, and a jump. But I also have a Taylor Swift concert to go to, which is amazing and is going to go into my scrapbook for sure. Here's my plan for this trip. I plan on doing a daily vlog, if you will. I'm going to film a little bit of places that I've never been before. I'm going to film a bit of the concert as well because that's gonna be amazing. And I'm gonna put that together and see if that isn't easier than doing an actual travel journal. In the future, I've already kind of gotten a little head start on this. I've actually started to fill out my travel journal. I actually have questions: where, when, how, who am I going with, and what will I be doing? These are questions that I could have asked myself while I was in California, but I was genuinely so overwhelmed because California is very different from Indiana. Like, Indiana is nice, slow, chill. California is go, go, go. I am not that person. My anxiety was up here. I just wanted to like completely shut down and not go anywhere. But I had some amazing people and I had a blast. So I got over that. It only took about a day. I'm gonna do some more research on travel journals as well, because I feel like that was my problem, is I did a very basic preliminary look at what travel journals were with no layout for how I was gonna do it on my own. So the idea is a great idea. The execution, very flawed. So we're gonna work on that. In the meantime, I'm going to focus on what I enjoy the most, which is going to be my journal prompts. I'm gonna be sharing those with you guys. And in the meantime, I gotta know, what is something new that you're wanting to try? that's all I have for you guys. I hope you have an amazing, wonderful day. I will be enjoying this gorgeous weather that I am lucky to have, because I'm probably going to lose it tomorrow because, hi, Indiana. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!